Are you satisfied with mediocrity? Really ask yourself that question. Is where you are today where you truly want to be? Or are you simply coasting through life, letting days, weeks, months, perhaps even years, slip by while you tell yourself, "I'll do it tomorrow"? The truth is, most people don't fail because they lack talent, opportunity, or resources. They fail because they settle. They get comfortable with good enough, never realizing that this complacency is the silent killer of potential. The time has come to change that. There is a greatness inside you, a version of yourself that you haven't even met yet. But that version isn't going to reveal itself while you stay stuck in your comfort zone. It's time to elevate your life, to become the person you were destined to be. So the question is, are you ready to break the chains of mediocrity? Are you ready to rise above the noise, the distractions, the excuses, and finally unleash the power within you? Because if you are, this is where your journey begins. Let's be clear about something right from the start. Self-improvement is not a luxury, it's a necessity. In this fast-paced world where everything and everyone is constantly evolving, standing still means falling behind. You don't have the option to stay where you are. If you're not actively working to elevate your life, you're actively allowing yourself to decline. Yet despite this urgency, most people choose comfort over growth. Why? Because growth is painful. It forces you to confront uncomfortable truths about yourself, to acknowledge your weaknesses, and to push past the limits of what you think is possible. It requires effort, discipline, and a willingness to fail again and again, and most people simply aren't willing to put in the work. But let me tell you something. Mediocrity is far more painful than the discomfort of growth. Mediocrity might seem comfortable on the surface, but deep down, you know it comes with a heavy cost. A cost paid in missed opportunities, unfulfilled potential, and the nagging sense that you could have been more. The pain of staying stuck is far worse than the temporary discomfort of growth. So let me ask you, why are you settling for less when more is available? You were not put on this earth to merely exist. You were born to thrive, to make an impact, to leave a mark. But none of that will happen by accident. If you want to improve your life, if you want to elevate yourself to the next level, you have to make a conscious, relentless commitment to personal growth. Now let's break down exactly how you can start that journey today, right now, with actionable steps to elevate your life. No fluff, no vague promises, just hard-hitting, practical strategies designed to push you beyond your limits and into the extraordinary life that's waiting for you. Your mind is either your greatest asset or your biggest enemy. Everything begins and ends in the mind. Your thoughts are the architects of your reality. If you cannot control your mind, if you cannot discipline your thinking, then it doesn't matter how many external changes you make in your life. None of it will stick. Your mind is the foundation upon which every single improvement you wish to make must be built. Yet most people operate with a mindset full of limitations. They allow their fears, doubts, and insecurities to dictate what they believe is possible. How many times have you told yourself, "I'm not smart enough, I'm not talented enough, I'm too old, or I'm not capable of doing that"? These self-defeating thoughts act like chains, keeping you trapped in a prison of your own making. And the worst part? You believe them. Here's the harsh reality. Your mind is lying to you. All those limiting beliefs, all those excuses, they are nothing more than illusions. Stories you've told yourself so many times that you've come to accept them as truth. But they are not the truth. The truth is you are far more capable, far more powerful than you give yourself credit for. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is the story you keep telling yourself. So how do you break free from these mental chains? How do you reprogram your mind for success? The first step is to cultivate radical self-awareness. You need to start paying attention to the thoughts that dominate your mind on a daily basis. Are they empowering or destructive? When you face a challenge, do you tell yourself, "I can handle this"? Or do you immediately assume defeat? Your thoughts dictate your actions, and your actions shape your reality. So, if you want to change your life, you must first change the way you think. The second step is to practice gratitude. This might sound overly simplistic, but trust me, it's a game changer. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant. It rewires your brain to recognize opportunities instead of obstacles. Start every day by listing 3 things you're grateful for, and watch how it transforms your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. Step number 3 is here. Surround yourself with people who challenge you. You cannot elevate your life if you're constantly surrounded by negativity and mediocrity. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, so choose wisely. Seek out mentors, friends, and colleagues who push you to grow, who inspire you to be better. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Last step is use the power of positive affirmations. Every day, affirm to yourself the person you are becoming. I am strong, I am capable, I am worthy of success. These aren't just empty words, they are commands to your subconscious mind. Speak them daily, and over time they will become your reality. Remember, your thoughts create your life. If you can control your thoughts, you can control your destiny. So don't just let your mind wander aimlessly, consuming negative influences and self-limiting beliefs. Take control of it. Feed it positivity. Feed it growth. Master your mindset, and you will master your life. Mindset is the starting point, but mindset alone won't get you where you want to go. You can dream, visualize, and affirm your goals all you want, but without action, it's all meaningless. Too many people fall into the trap of overthinking and underdoing. They spend so much time planning, strategizing, and waiting for the perfect moment to act that they never actually take any meaningful steps toward their goals. Let me tell you something. There is no perfect moment. Perfection is a myth. If you're waiting for everything to align perfectly before you start, you'll be waiting forever. Action is the great separator. It's what divides the dreamers from the achievers. It's the difference between someone who talks about success and someone who actually creates it. The truth is, successful people aren't necessarily the smartest, the most talented, or the most fortunate. They are the ones who take relentless, consistent action, regardless of how they feel, regardless of the obstacles in their way. But here's the key. You don't need to have it all figured out to start. In fact, waiting until you have all the answers is a guaranteed way to never begin. The path to success is messy, full of failures, missteps, and unexpected detours. But none of that matters as long as you keep moving forward. It's not about being perfect, it's about making progress. So how do you develop the habit of relentless action? First, set clear, measurable goals. Vague goals lead to vague results. Don't just say, I want to be successful. What does success look like to you? Is it earning a certain amount of money? Is it achieving a specific career milestone? Is it improving your health or relationships? Be specific and then break those big goals down into smaller, actionable steps that you can work on every day. Second, create a daily routine of execution. This is where most people fail. They set ambitious goals, but they don't have a system in place to execute them consistently. You need a routine, a non-negotiable set of tasks that you commit to every single day. Whether it's working out, making sales calls, writing, or studying, build these actions into your daily life until they become automatic. Third, stop worrying about failure. Failure is not the enemy, inaction is. Every time you fail, you're learning something valuable. You're gaining insights that will help you improve and get closer to your goal. On the other hand, when you do nothing, you gain nothing. You don't grow, you don't improve, and you stay exactly where you are. Lastly, hold yourself accountable. It's easy to slack off when no one is watching. But if you're serious about elevating your life, you need to hold yourself to a higher standard. Find an accountability partner, track your progress, and don't let yourself off the hook. Treat your goals like a non-negotiable contract with yourself. Remember, success isn't about getting it perfect, it's about getting it done. Every small step you take, every action you execute, brings you one step closer to your ultimate goal. You can't wait for motivation to strike or for circumstances to be ideal. Start now, take messy action, and learn as you go. The path to greatness is paved with relentless action, not perfect planning. Now let's get one thing straight. You're going to fail. Not just once, but many times. And that's a good thing. Failure is not a reflection of your worth or your potential. It's a necessary part of the process of growth. In fact, if you're not failing regularly, you're not pushing yourself hard enough. The problem is most people fear failure. They avoid it at all costs because they associate it with shame, embarrassment, and defeat. But here's the reality. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the journey to success. Every time you fail, you're learning valuable lessons. You're gaining insights that will help you improve and grow. Each failure brings you one step closer to mastery. Think about it. Every successful person you admire has failed countless times. Whether it's athletes, entrepreneurs, or artists, their success didn't come from never failing. It came from their ability to learn from their failures and keep moving forward. Failure is the best teacher you will ever have. It reveals your weaknesses, highlights your blind spots, and forces you to adapt and grow. So how do you embrace failure rather than fear it? First, change your perspective. Stop seeing failure as a personal defeat and start seeing it as feedback. Failure is simply information. It's telling you what didn't work, so you can adjust your approach and try again. The only true failure is giving up. As long as you keep going, you're still in the game. Second, take calculated risks. If you're not failing, you're playing it too safe. Staying within your comfort zone might protect you from failure, but it will also prevent you from achieving greatness. Take risks. Push yourself beyond your limits. Yes, you might fail, but you'll also grow, learn, and develop the skills you need to succeed. Third, don't let fear paralyze you. Fear of failure is one of the biggest obstacles to success. It keeps you stuck in inaction, convincing you that it's better to do nothing than to risk failing. But here's the truth. Inaction is the worst kind of failure. When you don't try, you guarantee your own defeat. The most successful people aren't the ones who never feel fear. They're the ones who feel it and act anyway. Lastly, learn to recover quickly. The faster you bounce back from failure, the sooner you can get back on track. Don't dwell on your mistakes. Analyze them, learn from them, and move on. Success isn't about never failing, it's about failing fast and recovering even faster. Motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. Motivation is fleeting. One day, you're fired up, ready to conquer the world. The next, you can't even muster the energy to get out of bed. That's the nature of motivation. It's unreliable, inconsistent, and temporary. Discipline, on the other hand, is unwavering. It's doing what needs to be done regardless of how you feel. It's showing up every day, even when you're tired, even when it's hard, even when you'd rather do anything else. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Without it, your dreams will remain just that, dreams. But here's the thing, discipline is a skill. It's not something you're born with. It's something you develop over time. And like any skill, the more you practice it, the stronger it becomes. So how do you build unshakable discipline? Start with small, consistent habits. Discipline doesn't happen overnight. It's built through daily, consistent action. Pick one small habit to focus on. Whether it's waking up at the same time every day, exercising, or dedicating 30 minutes to a specific goal, and commit to it, no matter what. Over time, these small habits will compound, creating a ripple effect in every area of your life. Eliminate distractions. Discipline requires focus, and focus requires eliminating the distractions that pull you away from your goals. Whether it's social media, mindless TV, or toxic relationships, you need to cut out anything that's draining your time and energy. Create an environment that supports your discipline, not one that sabotages it. Make sacrifices. Discipline is about sacrifice. You cannot achieve greatness while clinging to what's comfortable. You have to be willing to give up short-term pleasures for long-term success. This might mean sacrificing your evenings to work on your goals, giving up unhealthy habits, or distancing yourself from people who hold you back. Whatever it is, understand that discipline is about choosing what you want most over what you want now. Be patient. Building discipline takes time. There will be days when you slip up, when you don't follow through on your commitments. Don't let that derail you. The key is consistency, not perfection. As long as you keep showing up, keep putting in the work, you're building the muscle of discipline. And that's what will carry you to success. Here's the bottom line. Everything you need to elevate your life is already inside you. You have the potential. You have the strength. You have the power to create the life you desire. But potential means nothing without action. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you're not willing to put in the work, to fail, to learn, to grow, then nothing will change. The time to act is now. No more waiting for the right moment. No more excuses. No more settling for mediocrity. This is your moment. The moment you decide to elevate your life, to step into your greatness, and to never look back. So what are you going to do with it? Are you going to let this moment slip by like so many others? Or are you going to seize it, embrace the discomfort, and take the first step toward the life you were meant to live? The choice is yours. The power is yours. It's time to elevate your life.